Ma'am, Sheriff, can you please lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, first order of business is a public hearing in the matter of petition to vacate an existing 15-foot drainage easement on Lot 18 in Hidden Trail Court subdivision in Warrick County, Indiana. Sir?
Jim Worley Jr., project engineer.
Hold on 1 second,
We need
Tim,
a
before we get started on that, a motion to recess the public meeting and enter into the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Jim Worley Jr., project engineer. This is to vacate a drainage easement. It came to Drainage Board a little over a month ago. It was approved at Drainage Board. And this is for a lot in a subdivision, maybe about 3 miles northeast of here in Boonville. And so it's just a drainage easement that's not required. And they're trying to, the person's existing house is actually a hair over the drainage easement. And so they're wanting to get rid of the easement. So.
And they have sent their notices and it was advertised accordingly in the standard.
Is there anyone in the audience here to speak for or against?
No.
Let the record show that there is not.
You can move to terminate the public hearing and re-enter the commissioners' meeting.
So moved.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're back into the hearing, and next we'll take action on the public hearing. In the matter of petition to vacate an existing 15-foot drainage easement on Lot 18 in Hidden Trail Court subdivision in Warrick County, Indiana. This would be ordinance 2024-02.
Yes.
Bobby have any issues?
Hmm.
Bobby don't have any issues.
Bobby?
Okay,
No issues.
Make a motion to vacate.
And I'll second that.
all in favor?
Aye.
My motion carries 3-0.
Thank y'all.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks.
I'll tell you.
We have one request for an extension of Shirety. It's in the replat of Lot 76, Lexington Estates, First Federal Banks by Michael Carter, the SVP. We're holding a letter of credit for street construction for $5,000. They've had 6 years and they're requesting an additional year at the same amount. This letter of credit expires March 27th of 24, and the county engineer has signed off on the dollar amount.
Michael Carter, First Federal, and really we're down to just some curb work, and then we're going to submit all our letters of credit. We're just waiting for all the work to be done.
The dollar amount is sufficient, and they have actively been working on the repairs.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve the extension.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0.
Thank you.
That's all I
Thanks,
had.
Molly.
Thank you.
Next order of business is the approval of minutes from the February 12th, 2024 regular session.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
A first and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
My motion carries 3-0. Next item of business is the local elected officials agreement. Sarah Wurtzel, Southwest Indiana Workforce.
Hi, good afternoon. Sarah Wurtzel, Executive Director, Southwest Indiana Workforce Board. We're here again to renew the local elected officials agreement for Warrick County with the Southwest Indiana Workforce Board. This agreement does require the commissioners to identify either a commissioner or a mayor to serve as the county local elected official for our executive council.
Who's that currently?
Do you remember who that was before, Sarah?
Historically, it's been one of the commissioners. I don't remember which one specifically, though.
Any volunteers?
I volunteered Dan.
I promise we're not terribly needy. We do have one meeting that does require business to be taken. That will be April the 26th. It's our local elected officials annual board meeting. It's at 8 o'clock in the morning at a venue in Evansville. Just a reminder, the Southwest Indiana Workforce Board does oversee the Work One Southwest offices in 9 counties or service in 9 counties. Through some grant dollars, we did bring services back to Warrick County. We are located at Boonville Library, Newburgh Chandler Library, as well as TriCap in Boonville. So
I will be out of town on the 26th.
Andrew, would that not have been part of our appointment?
I don't remember it being on there.
I don't know.
No.
And our administrator is out, so.
here's a copy of the
Well,
Agreement.
You can send a proxy for the April meeting if that poses any issue. But
I would raise my hand and volunteer to do it. If by some reason I can't go, you would be my proxy.
I'd do my best unless I'm
Shut it down.
in something else. But let's go ahead and have you do that.
Okay, I'm fine.
And then
Does
we can work around it.
Is the proxy just somebody I appoint, or does that need to be on the record here?
no, it's just someone that you could send in your place.
Got it. Thank
Yep.
you.
Just a motion to approve the agreement. You can fill in which commissioner you want to fill in the blank
Okay.
later.
I'll go ahead and make a motion to pass the agreement, and hopefully Terry can be our commissioner that attends the meetings.
And I'll second that.
Have a first and a second, all in favor.
Aye,
My motion carries 3-0.
thank you.
Thank
Sarah.
you.
You won't. You need to look.
Do you need a copy of this today before you leave?
No. If we could just have it emailed back to us, and we'll get it signed by Mayor Wyatt as well.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Shatika, do you have their email address?
I can get it.
Okay, next order of business is 2024 appointments.
Mr. President, for both of these, again, the health director, or administrator, and health officer, there's some discussions and ongoing discussions going on with the health board, so I would suggest you table that while that's going on and see if some resolution can be made there.
Make a motion to table.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
My motion carries 3-0. Next order of business is our county administrator.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Mr. President. On the consent agenda, I have the following items. The county auditor certified claims voucher, report date of 2/21. Approval to purchase concrete stairs for maintenance Concept Hut on 4th Street. The approval of Warrick County Highway Department purchase of 2016 Caterpillar 316F excavator. Surplus declaration of shelving units located in JC lower level storage. Surplus declaration of EMA HP plat printer, serial number CN44H5M07J. The approval of Colonial Classic contract for Freedman Park Maze project. ARPA funds were previously approved on July the 25th of 2022. The Lockmuller Group Consulting Agreement Amendment 1 for Bridge 200 project. The Bright Net Motion renewal for the Sheriff's Department. Dell Technologies computer quote, Sheriff's Department. Fine and Hatfield contract addendum.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. President, I have one question. Bobby, on the excavator,
Yes.
so are you paying for that outright or is
Yes.
that? Okay, so you're just paying for that out of your
Out of our budget.
budget? Okay. Didn't know if that was going to be now, is that replacing
And the older excavator,
You
2006.
used it
model.
as a trade-in, right?
Yeah, we decided to go with that trade-in.
Okay, that's the only question I have.
Okay.
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Thank you.
There are county auditors uncertified claims that were tabled from February the 12th, and that is for the Health Department rent.
Mr. President, there have been communications with the landlord, some positive direction there, I think, and some good discussions. So I'd suggest you table that while we continue those discussions.
Make a motion to table the rent of the facility for the health department.
Second.
I have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
My motion carries 3-0.
There's also county auditor's uncertified claims voucher report date of 2/21, and that is fees for attorney April Edwards.
And Mr. President, for that one, given the ongoing litigation and waiting on a result for that in court order determining some of those issues, I would suggest that continues to get tabled until the court case gets resolved and we get a ruling from the court.
Make a motion to table.
Second.
All right, I have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
My motion carries 3-0.
And the last item I have is for the aquatic control contract for the Parks Department. And if this is paid before April the 1st, then the county can receive a 3% discount.
Have you looked over that contract?
I don't think I've seen that one, but you could approve it subject to attorney review.
I make a motion to approve pending council review.
I'll second that.
Okay, I have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
My motion carries 3-0. Is that all?
That's all I have.
Thank you, Shatika.
Next order of business is our county acquisitions administrator.
Good evening, Commissioners. The first thing on the agenda is the award of the elevator service contract. During the meeting held on February 12, 2024, the bids for the elevator contract were opened and tabled. Both Murphy Elevator and TK Elevator have submitted all the necessary paperwork and have been thoroughly checked on for the references. TK Elevator has emerged as low monthly bid as well as overall low bidder. The business references are attached and a bid register to your bid register in front of you, so you can see what each company had to say. All of the references for both companies are excellent. Pursuant to Indiana Code 522-6-1, the purchasing agency, the governmental body may purchase services using any procedure the governmental body or the purchasing agency of the governmental body considers appropriate. And then it just goes on to say, basically on our ordinance for the county, that the commissioners are to award a service agreement using any procedure the board deems appropriate. The quotes will be reviewed and evaluated by the Warrick County Board of Commissioners, and they will take into consideration such as factors of price, quality of service, vendors' qualifications, and reputation, and any other factors that the Warrick County Board of Commissioners wish to consider. And the Warrick County Board of Commissioners will select the quote it feels will best serve and be in the best interest of Warrick County. And all of your IC codes are attached as well.
Council, anything to add?
No.
So, Sherry, you say TK is the lowest?
Yes,
I mean, it appears to be.
they're the lowest monthly, Commissioner Saylor, as far as overall, like regular time, overtime. at the bottom of your bid register there.
Yeah.
It looks like they have pretty favorable
Great references.
references, so.
Yeah, excellent references. Both companies have excellent references.
And we have Murphy now, right?
Yes, we've had them since 2012.
Well, so now do they give us a contract or they have to give us a contract, correct?
Was there a suggested contract in with their bid package, or would that be? something
Yes,
we'd do after?
and I will email that to you along with the contract that we've used in the past.
So we can approve TK based on attorney's review of the contract?
Yes.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
I have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
My motion carries 3-0.
Thank you, Commissioners. The next item on the agenda for me is award of the new furnace and AC at the Court Services Building. During the meeting held February 12th, the Commissioners rejected all quotes for the new furnace and the AC to be installed at the Court Services Building due to a question regarding the warranties. I've reached out to all vendors that submitted quotes with the following information for them to rebid to ensure comparability. I've asked for an 80% efficiency, 80,000 BTUs, 13.4 SEER2, and a 3-ton air conditioner. And in front of you, I've presented the quotes. As you can see, there have been no changes in the amounts. All the warranty and parts or labor are the same, with the exception of buyers, and they mixed their warranty for labor and their warranty for parts as we suspected up initially. So that's the only other thing is, please note on B&G, they do have 5-year warranty on their parts, with the exception of the heat exchanger, and that includes a 10-year warranty. According to IC Code 361125, the board is required to award public work contract to lowest responsible bidder. However, at the last meeting, all bids were rejected because it didn't look like the parts and the labor were consistent. So with that being said, I guess we go back to, well, that would be actually Public Works, so it's going to be a little bit different. We solicited 3 quotes by telephone, fax, or email. We got to waive the 7-day waiting period. And because we rejected them, the board is able to go out and negotiate into an agreement in the open market, if I'm reading that correctly, Andrew.
Yes.
Well, my 2 cents is that, I mean, while buyers is, $100 and some odd dollars cheaper, B&G offers a 10-year warranty on the heat exchanger, which that's a pretty good warranty. And I think if those go out, it's basically a new furnace. Or if those crack, you almost have to put in a new furnace.
Your thoughts are the same as mine.
That makes sense.
So can we award this based on that 10-year
Yes.
warranty and go with the B&G?
Yes, and it looks like they also offer that 80% energy efficiency in both the 70,000 or the 90,000 BTU. And their note says that they'll provide either one for the same price. So you want to suggest or pick which 70 or 90 you're wanting to do there. But yes, you could select B&G since we're now in the open market.
There are 3 systems in that building, right?
I'm sorry.
Are there 3 systems?
There
in
are
that
3
building?
systems. The other 2 have new furnaces. This one is being replaced because the heat exchanger did fail, and that's why we need a new one.
I thought there is, and I'm not an HVAC guy, but it seems like the 90 would be pertinent should one of the other ones have a problem or a failure.
I'm good with the 90.
that a motion?
I make a motion.
What I notice is that there's only one company on here that's using an American-made air conditioner. That's what I noticed.
There's that.
Goodman.
Really?
But I'll go with the 10-year. That means a lot.
So is that a second?
Yeah.
I have a first and a second. All in favor?
All right.
My motion carries 3-0.
That's for the B&G.
And so for the record, it's B&G for $6,125.
Correct.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, commissioners.
Thank you, Sherry.
Thank you.
Okay, next item of business is our county attorney.
Thank you. I do have one item that didn't make it onto the agenda. I do have a resolution you had asked that we prepare. We've modeled this. It's almost identical to a Vanderbilt County resolution that was recently passed. And this is, and I'll just go ahead and read it into the record for everybody, but it is a resolution 2024-03. It's a resolution of the Warrick County Commissioners opposing the verified petition of Southern Indiana Gas and Electric Company doing business as CenterPoint Energy Indiana South for the rate changes before the Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission, their cause number 45990. It says, whereas the Board of Commissioners of Warrick County, Indiana recognizes the cost Warrick County residents pay for electricity and natural gas, whereas CEI South has filed a petition with the Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission that would raise monthly electric rates for a typical residential customer by about $10 in late 2024, nearly $6 in early 2025, and by more than $12 in early 2026. Whereas one major factor affecting businesses and residents when deciding on location or expansion is utility costs. Whereas the Board of Commissioners of Warrick County, Indiana seeks to foster growth and development by providing the most competitive business and regulatory climate in order to reduce costs and expenses on its citizens and businesses. Whereas excessive and burdensome utility costs could threaten the growth and expansion of Warrick County by adding burdens and impediments to new residents looking to relocate to Warrick County, hinders business expansion by adding uncompetitive rates on local businesses, and might deter new businesses from locating in Warrick County. Whereas the Board of Commissioners of Warrick County, Indiana has heard from constituents and businesses opposing the requested rate increases. Whereas CEI South's rates and taxes already rank the highest in the state since 2008 and among the highest in the region, and this increase will only further the disparity between utility rates in Warrick County and other nearby regions that might be competing for the same residents and businesses. Whereas the average customer will see their monthly electric bills increase of $47.27, which is 30.7% by 2026, while 22% of CEI South customers who are electric heating customers will see their average monthly bill increase by $63.33 by 2026. Whereas CEI South also requests a 114% increase of the monthly fixed charge of $23.20 before you even use any electricity, disproportionately impacting low and fixed income households, seniors, people with disabilities, homes with children, and other vulnerable populations, while penalizing households that conserve energy and make their homes more efficient. Whereas CEI South and their predecessors spent over $500 million in pollution control equipment for aging coal-fired power plants, but then retired many of them before recovering those costs, leading to this filing requesting the taxpayers of Warrick County to cover CEI South's business decisions while still ensuring a profit. Whereas CenterPoint has had the highest authorized return on equity or profit margin for its shareholders for many years. In this case, CenterPoint Electric is proposing to keep its 10.4% return on equity. In contrast, Indiana's other 4 investor-owned electric utilities have an authorized return on equity below 10%. And whereas the Board of Commissioners of Warrick County, Indiana respectfully requests the Indiana General Assembly to waive sales tax on utility payments to provide some relief for its citizens and businesses. Just as food is exempt from sales tax, so should sales tax on utilities, as they are also fundamental to sustain human life. Now, therefore, be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners of Warrick County, Indiana hereby opposes CEI South's request as proposed, so adopted this 26th day of February 2024.
Thank you, Council.
Thank you.
Commissioners, any additional comments?
No, I think there's a meeting, I think Thursday in Evansville.
Thursday evening.
In Evansville. But opposing this, I think, the rate increase. I'm not 100% sure on that date, but I thought somebody told me Thursday.
Now, Vanderbilt County Council, Vanderbilt County Commissioners, Warrick County Commissioners have all passed similar resolutions, and I just hope that they will listen.
I do too. I'll make a motion to approve resolution number 2024-03.
And I will second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
My motion carries 3-0. Thank you for reading all that, Council.
You're welcome.
Any other
I don't have
business?
anything else.
Bobby?
Yes, thank you. I had one item that I didn't get on the agenda, but this is for our telephone road project. We solicited quotes for some tree removal in advance of the utility relocation work. The telephone road project is scheduled to let in July, but due to the Indiana bat law, no tree clearing can take place between after March 31st to October 1st. So we are wanting to proceed so the utilities can get working in the section from Bell Road to Coal Mine Road. We did get 5 quotes, which I will open.
Goodness. And he's got the shakes.
Watch out.
Watch out, Andrew.
The first is Ubilar. And he has blacked out his bid, said that he doesn't have time, and he highly recommends another bidder for this project. So that's different.
That's a no bid then.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is American Eagle Tree Service. Wow, they bid $353,760.
Could you repeat that, please?
$353,760. This one is not marked on the outside. Just says for this tree. This is S&S's proposal. S&S Tree Masters, $74,500.
Really?
$74,500. This is Bluestone.
That's new.
Where they at, Bobby?
We just received this one. It says Bloomington at Bluestone, Clear Creek, Indiana. And they bid $237,985.71.
All over the place.
This one doesn't have a name on the outside either. This is Halter Tree Service. They have put a lot of stuff in here. They gave us 2 prices. The first is no closures allowed. A certain amount of cars, $139,244.32. And then another price that if they're allowed to do some road closures and the county provide signage. They would use their own flaggers and the price would be $89,771. Being that we are on a tight time frame with this, I would like to approve the low bidder subject to the bid being responsive and responsible of S&S Tree Masters. For $74,500.
So we can approve it and based on getting a contract from them and making sure they're the most responsive bidder.
Yeah.
Ensuring all the qualifications are met, then yes.
Yeah. I make that motion.
I'll second.
I have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
My motion carries 3-0.
That is all I have. Thank you.
Motion to adjourn?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0.
I'll allow him to come out there.
Next time, we have medics on stand.
I got a little.
Talk about the surprise.